Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MusicVillage. And we just got informed by the maestro during the break that Summers is supposed to end on Monday, September 23rd at 3:50 in the morning. Which is kind of weird, but at the same time, with the weather that's been going on during the summer with all this high heat, yeah, it's appropriate that it ends at 3:50 in the morning, and it's cool in my case. And speaking of cool, folks, I think it's time for us to go ahead and talk about a couple of your independent games to wrap up this summer on the right note for another edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And the first game that we have up comes from the developers NOC Studios with their game Chronorite? Yeah, go with Chronorite. Sounds like a toothpaste, but I digress, folks, because this game automatically reminds me of a Team Fortress version of Robin Hood. Yeah, best way to describe it. And here's hoping in the near future, besides getting a chance to build things during battle, they also allow you to be different classes for this game. Like, for example, if you want to be a knight while somebody else is a bowman to try to attack people from a distance, that'd be pretty cool. And oh, even better, a chance for one character to get a power-up to turn themselves into a wizard to change the course of the battle in your favor. Yeah, because I can see myself summoning a tornado to try to suck the people up after getting a certain amount of kills. Yeah, that would be cool too. Hopefully they add it. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers 2-Bit Studios, nice developer studio name by the way, with their game Tech Support 2077. And with the name alone and how the game looks, this game automatically reminds me of not only Fat Guy Stuck in Internet from that Adult Swim series, with a little combination of the real-life adventures of Johnny Quest, and even a pinch, and I say a pinch, folks, of Robotron X. And here's hoping in the near future for this game is that they allow you to go ahead and just use different weaponry besides a revolver. And according to the maestro, they also have a Gatling gun, but why stop there? Add a railgun in there too. And according to what the maestro told me, that may be in there as well, so I'm just gonna move on to the next game. And the next game that we have up, besides futuristic weapons from tomorrow, comes from the developers IK Interactive with their game Room 54. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of a Goosebumps story gone wrong, which in this case was all of them, and a little hint of Silent Hill in there as well. Now, which Silent Hill? Not too entirely sure. I would have to say between Silent Hill 4 and I guess Silent Hill Homecoming. But then again, it wasn't in a prison, but, you know, in this case, they're all creeping their own extraordinary ways. So here's hoping in the near future that whatever sort of weird creature from the 4th or 5th or 8th dimension that tries to attack you, you have something to defend yourself better with than a flashlight. Because this is not Scooby-Doo, a flashlight will not help you in these cases. And speaking of flashlights not helping you in certain cases, folks, the next game that we have up comes from the developer Vincent with their game Forest Spiders. And Maestro threw this in at the last minute just to taunt me because he knows I hate spiders. He knows I hate spiders with a burning passion. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Champions of Norath with a little hint of that movie that I think it was, Dan Aykroyd was in? No, not David Arquette. Thank you, Maestro. The movie that David Arquette was in with spiders called 8-Legged Freaks. And the only thing I hope for in the near future for this game is a flamethrower to roast these spiders alive. I don't want to use a sword, I don't want to use an axe, I don't want to use a bow and arrow to try to take these things out. I want to burn them alive. I want nothing to do with no spiders that are bigger than a tree or that giant boulder I saw in the corner, so just burn them alive. Only thing I hope for in the near future for this game, and we're gonna move on to the last but not least game that we have up for this week that comes from the developers Matthew Vimny-Silk, nice name by the way, with his said game King of the Cul-de-Sac. And this game automatically reminds me, because of the name and because of the pictures that they have, of a little hint of Ed, Edd n Eddy with a splash in there of the Halloween Spooktacular series that they usually show every year on Cartoon Network. And here's hoping they show that this year, which I think it's a foregone conclusion. But nevertheless, folks, here's hoping for this game that they also allow you to play alongside with a couple of your friends or have people join alongside with you for this game. Because with the scary creatures you gotta fight, you're gonna definitely need some backup to help you out. And is he holding a head? Okay, well, yeah, you're definitely gonna need some backup. And if you guys want to check out any other games that are trying to make their way through the steam machine via the cargo plane, cargo ship, or subterranean train that is currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the store.steampower page, only known as store.steampower.com, and just click ever so lightly on that Indy button, and then click even lighter on that upcoming page to check out a couple of awesome games that'll definitely send out your summer on a high note before the leaves start to change color and you have to pull out a rake to take a break from those said cool games. Yeah, best way to describe them. And with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music, and when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.